Now, with the design of the forum event itself, what we'll be doing, for those who have participated in the past, will be very similar. But what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be synthesizing the information that comes from the breakout sessions, that comes from the plenaries, and we'll be preparing a report. This report will include both the research agendas that we believe are out there for the future, as well as broad-reaching policy recommendations and things that need to be moved forward on that front as well. So again, with our design of what we're helping to accomplish here over the next day is to begin to frame those recommendations to support, and that's why we need your participation. So the question is, why now, why here? Well, first is we're really embarking on a new and exciting approach that could influence the next 50 years or more. When Scott was playing the video with Gilbert White, Gilbert was talking about the fact that I believe he called it the fourth great era in terms of flood protection, and he was starting to talk about this new collaborative age. Well, I think what we're doing at this forum is perhaps not the fifth, but it's a continuation of what Gilbert saw. We've got within this room a mix of individuals that represent state and local government, federal government, private sector, NGOs, the insurance industry, academia. It's a very much a group that's designed to be interactive. And so what we're talking about here is using this group to begin to think about what that future could look like. Because I believe that flood risk as a policy framework is significant enough, it could have the impact of shaping the next 50 years and beyond of our policies. With the growing flood risk and declining resources, the base that's out there, we know it's not sustainable. If you go back to the second forum we had, Floodplain Management 2050, we concluded at that point in time that we were on an unsustainable path as it related to the management of our nation's floodplains. That part was agreed upon, but what we need to be doing here is continuing to use this to help to change that course for the future. And finally, the why here. As I alluded to earlier, this is a unique and exclusive gathering of experts. Everybody in this room is an expert. Everyone should be participating, everyone should be presenting. You were handpicked to be able to represent who you work for, your background, your agencies, your organizations, because of your expertise. And that's why we need you here to participate. It's going to be through your debate that's going to bring the value out in these documents. I've heard several references to the 240 pages of papers that I think many people have read through, and many people called saying, do we really have to write a paper? And the answer was yes. Well, the reason why we did those papers were really threefold. The first is we wanted to get you engaged before you came to this event and sharing your ideas in terms of what's there. The second is that we wanted to be able to get an idea for our facilitators and for our speakers just what the makeup of the group was. It's a diverse group. Let's go ahead and get that out there. But perhaps the third and most important thing is that this presents a record, a cross-section of the nation's experts in flood risk management in terms of what we were thinking in the year 2010. And we believe that that documentation is going to be instructive for years to come as we try and figure out what we got right at this forum and those things that those that come beyond us will have to fix. Because at the end of the day, we may not get it perfect, but we have an opportunity here perhaps to fix things and take it towards the future.